All right, welcome back. We are getting prepared here to hop into game number 2 between Vitality and Relapsed. But before we do, let's get some insight from former professional Rainbow Six player, Mr. X, joined by Puckett.
All right.
It's very good.
Yeah, very good intro right there from Maven.
Master Mave. I'm Benson this morning.
Right, I know.
Mr. Puckett's up there on the main stage. But guys, what a game one from this Vitality squad. Riskin, I just shot him a follow on Twitter after that 7 piece. It was 7 straight kills. He had 3 turn-ons throughout that game. Right. Riskin looks so good, and while he is looking amazing, Swanee's playing even better, the pickup doing best on the squad.
Right, a lot of my notes, I was like, oh, you know, Riskin just going in. I mean, he went on that 7-kill spree in that back turtle statue hardpoint. You know, the hardpoint before, they actually got no time on, so that was actually a huge break for them to get. They pretty much took that entire hill right there, but you know, Swanee dropping 46. I mean, just one of the best ARs in all Call of Duty, North American or European. Now,
we haven't been talking a lot about Tommy yet, but this is the player I'm watching come search and destroy. Tommy, every time we saw him in Ghost S&Ds, he was the player I could count to give me at least 1 kill per round, potentially put up double digits. And Gotaga, I mean, he's no slouch either. I'm really liking the way Vitality's playing, but on the opposite side, I mean, we haven't seen this red team before. Relapse looking so strong as well. AW, brand new talent, a lot of players making names for themselves.
You know, Relapse kept it pretty close for a while. I mean, you know, they took the whole center hardpoint the second rotation, then the second time when the hill went to that bottom one, they actually had one of their players had a bulldog. He was actually down in that hill, you know, doing work with that bulldog. So they actually put up a pretty good fight. I mean, going into that final hill, it was 189 to 132. So, you know, pretty strong contest right there from them.
Now, what I really liked about this team was on the far left, one of their players was so angry, I believe it was Frog, so angry with that loss. The determination right there from that young man. They are ready to get it back and force a game 3. Now, open bracket, this is live or die in a quick 2 games. If you fall in that game 1, you have to come out strong in game 2. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in the losers bracket.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, this game 2 is everything for them. But doesn't look good. Vitality hasn't dropped the map this entire tournament so far, Puckett.
Are you going Vitality quick 2-0 here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Vitality 2-0. I think they're one of the better teams here, you know, in the open bracket playing.
Now, because the open bracket is so massive, we're on a very strict schedule. We'll be starting the matches on the hour. Honestly, I'm hoping that we see Relapse bring this back and we see a game number 3. But my prediction's Vitality as well, man. They're looking too good. Swanee or Riskin for most skills, or do you think Tommy could top that leaderboard?
You know, I'm going to go with Swan again. I mean, Swan is just so dominant. I mean, you kind of look at him in the Clayster, Gunjar type of role. You know, more of a post-up AR, but with Advanced Warfare, he can play at that fast speed. I mean, 46 kills, pretty absurd.
What a beard on Swanee. Tommy's all smiles. It looks like Vitality is ready to get it. Look out for the master pickup. He's looking for a team. Someone sign this man. Swanee's about to go big. Benson, Maven, back to you.
I just want to make a point, exactly what Puckett said. That man on your screen right now, a free agent. Like, it blows my mind. And honestly, I know when he left his team, Epsilon, he was looking to come out to North America. Obviously, roster lock isn't for a while, so I'm just saying.
He's a guy.
He's looking for a spot. He really is.
He absolutely crushes. Now, one thing we should fill you in on now, since it's a best of 3, and this is what the first Call of Duty in a long time, we have 4 game types.
We do have 4 game types.
So it's kind of been on a rotation. So how this series, this best of 3 actually works, it goes hardpoint, uplink, S&D. So we won't see the S&D until this game number 3. So it's going to come back to the new game type. Uplink, we saw some absolutely wild games of it yesterday.
We did.
Let's see what Vitality can bring to this one. Relapse obviously looking to bounce back.
Now, I'm not sure about you, Maeve, but in that commercial break, my timeline blew up with people asking to go to a listening with Team Vitality. And
well, there's a reason for that, right?
Yeah, but just think about this. This is what makes it even more interesting. This is a team which consists of 2 French players and 2 English players. Now, I can tell you, my French isn't that good, okay? So if I was in that booth, I would have no idea what Gotaga and Riskin is saying.
My French is impeccable.
Really? It is?
No, it's
I know ça va, I know oui, that's where I stop. I basically know 2 things. It really isn't the best.
Oh, I've got nothing. But here we go. We are going to kick things off. Again, you know, I saw Ben, you actually tweeted out kind of that roster for Vitality, so nice help there.
I mean,
keeping
I'm a nice
up
guy.
with the action. You really are. But that's going to be a couple of down. right off the rip for Relapse. Let's see if we can get the strong continuation here from Vitality. That game number 1, though, ended up being tighter than I thought it'd be. They pulled away by about 60 or 70 at one point, but it really came down to that final hard point.
It was a little bit closer than I think they expected. That's for sure. But still, Vitality coming out strong. And when you're dropping as many numbers as they are, it's only a matter of time before you ultimately pick up the victory. Riskin has the satellite drone in hand. He's making his way towards that right-hand side. But this, Maven, for me, is the perfect time to go to a Turtle Beach team chat with Team Vitality.
Run it past me, run it past me.
Hospital behind you, hospital behind you. It's gonna throw, he might throw it to the guy top of our base.
Do there?
Yeah, he's throwing it to the guy top of our base.
Base.
Oh, I can't get it. Throw it away,
It went out. Everyone to the new
now
ball.
base, go next, go next. Yeah, new ball.
Pick it up and run.
Go.
Jump in, garage.
Go guy dead, let's go, boys.
Nice, let's go, boys, come on.
I'm going straight.
I'll get the guy mid, I'll get the... Yeah, ball.
Can you get him?
Ball weak. He went mid-road,
P1 there,
Nice, good shit.
Weak, P1. He's gonna get the ball for sure.
Hold our point.
Gonna get the ball.
I'm stunning ball, I'm gonna go skill, get skill control, lads.
Yeah, the option skill. I get skill too.
I'm just holding this.
I'm pushing skill.
Yeah, alright. Watch your mid, I'll get their side of skill. Hold this up. Watch out, someone get our point, yeah?
Yeah, am I. Cool. I get him. The ball there.
Go, I'm leaving him.
Run it into the stairwell,
Yeah, I got ramp. I'm pushing ramp. Go.
I'm stunned, wait.
You weak P1. Yeah, I'm
watching
you.
You might be mid-road.
No, yeah,
Yeah. There you go, Tom.
It's all good.
I was stunned. I stay on the next one. I want to speed down. Mid
I'm getting skill control.
Wait for them, boys.
Riskin, if you can't pass it, just tell me, mate.
Yeah.
One skill.
Yeah, one skill, boys.
I'm
P1,
just holding the skill.
P1, it's go school with the ball.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, wait and skill.
One's on our point. One's on our point. On our point. Get the guy from our point.
I'm stand there.
We're talking, get the guy from our point.
Nice, good job. Why is he on your point? Good. Remember.
Wait for them. Mid-road. He's at the right of mid-road. Just go alley if you can, bro. He's coming in front of you. One shot.
Yeah, kidding me. I'm going. Push right.
Still mid-road.
I'm going. Pion.
Yeah, stop P1 now, Tom, if you want to go alley.
The ball's stuck in there. They're going to run it in. They're going to take it in from there.
Speed.
Three in the door.
On your right.
Nice, one more to your right.
Wake back alley. I think ball's going back alley. Yeah, ball's going back alley.
I'm going back. I'm going to far back. He's going to push green for sure.
Great.
Watch out, school.
Skill, yeah?
Green. Go, pushing school. The next is weak, the body's weak. School, boys.
I'm going behind the guy, ball. He's going to run it. Ball guy dead.
Up, nice, good shot. One school.
Can you get it?
I'll throw it out. No, I can't get it. One skill window now.
Top you on, weak.
Tom's got skill. Tom's holding skill. Just stay.
I can't take the ball.
Stay alive. Stay on ball.
One ball. Lay down. Down to that. Nice.
One more. I'll create.
I'll throw it away.
Nice, good throw, ball.
I'll throw it away, boys.
Keep it up.
Shit. Take our time, guys. Relax.
Still in their ambulance. Someone got hospital.
Right, P2.
Take it, garage. Net garage. Yeah, they're coming garage now. One's on top of that truck.
I'll get this truck guy. Truck guy dead.
One's in garage now. Come back mid. One top truck again.
I'll get truck.
Garage menu. I think use the ball. It's alright. Yeah, the ball's on the point. It's alright. I'm in school. Wow, wait me.
All right, what a fantastic listen that was with Team Vitality. Tell you what, there are a lot of female Call of Duty fans at home drooling right now. All those accents, Ben. But seriously, that was great.
Honestly, just the way these guys are communicating, I can't stress enough how difficult that would be. You got 2 French plays and you have 2 English plays, and there's the first score that comes in from Gataga. The 2-point play gives Vitality a 2-0 lead. But going back, in that team chat, you just heard the different sound, and all of a sudden Gataga's breaking down into French because when you get excited you tend to speak a little bit quicker, and you're gonna revert to your native language.
That was absolutely amazing. You heard the great teamwork there. They're trying to work that left side, get the pass in, not able to punch through a couple of attempts, and finally they get one. Yeah, they get their second nice throw in there with 15 seconds left on the clock. Incredible stuff here, and so far, pretty commanding lead. 3-0 right now for Team Vitality. They're looking to put this best of 3 away with the
6 seconds left. They need to defend this, though. Is that going to be a 2-point play? It was just a 1-point play right at the very end.
They needed that, though.
They did need that. That keeps them in, it's basically a 1-possession game at this point.
Well, it's kind of like, let's say if we're talking, talking football. Exactly, 1-possession game. Whether you get a field goal to bring within 1 touchdown. Look, that's amazing stuff, Ben.
I'm adapting.
You don't have 2-pointers in soccer, do you?
Really? No,
That's right.
I know you're a big football fan, so you know.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I've been studying up with Puckett. All right, but here we go, hopping into side number 2 here in game 2 uplink. We are going to be on board with advance number 2, which is going to be Chan here from Relapsed. We'll see if they can bring this comeback. They did get that clutch 1-pointer in there to end regulation on that first side, so we'll see what they can bring here inside number 2.
Going back to what Puckett was saying on the analysis desk, you know, he said that Frog was just going absolutely nuts in the booth at the end of that first side, and right now that's working for him. He's getting hyped. He's 17-12. He really is having a fantastic second game, but as we said, you know, it's a one-possession game. Right now, Satellite Drone has just gone down. It's been immediately picked up, and this is going to be Tommy with the drone. He goes for the pass, actually misses, hits the doorway, does so well to stay alive. That drone has not been picked up. It's right in front of Tommy. He's just kind of looking at it. He's like, well, guys, is anyone going to come get it? Picks it back up, manages to dodge, has one teammate in support who does actually go down here. So he's going to have to go for a beatdown, misses, jukes to the right-hand side. If he hits this, no way.
Oh, just a little bit short there. Not able to follow that through to extend this to a quote-unquote 2-possession game. But we'll go on here now. Going to get eyes on with Gotaga, see what he's able to do, if he can pick up some big kills. Grenade coming out, but he will get jumped on there and taken out mid-street. Now we're watching what's going to be Swanee. He's been crushing throughout this series. Let's see if he can keep it up. Not able to win that gunfight.
Roxy with the Satellite Drone in his hand. 14 Relapsed. He goes down, and that's 4 players down. Can Vitality try and pounce on this opportunity? You see, currently risking with the Satellite Drone in his hand. He's waiting for someone on his team to push up, get into an advantageous position here, and he's just going to really take his time. He's kind of playing like Tom Brady right now. He's just, you know, he's chilling. He's going to throw off his back foot, go for a pass, double jump, there it is, and that's going to be the pass itself. Who did it land to? I believe that was, who was that? I'm not sure who. I think it was Gotaga who was trying to find, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, and they're going to try, Relapse is going to try and get this out now. Yeah, this is pretty close into their base. They need to try and get a reset or just try and push out as quickly as possible right now, as that Satellite Drone is not in an advantageous position for them. We'll see if Vitality can add to this lead. I think, you know, if they were to put through another duck, another 2 points, as low scoring as this has been, I mean, it's 3-1 and what, 7 plus in? That's going to make it very, very difficult, I think, for Relapse to try and mount the comeback here.
Such smart play from Swanee, just trying to wait for some team support. Currently completely pinned in. Everyone is dying. He may actually just think about throwing this away, but it runs towards an opposing player, and 4 Vitality players do go down. That is now going to give Cloud an opportunity to try and push up.
He's
is he going to go for 1 point?
He's moving.
If he hits that.
I don't think,
no.
I think he wanted to jump and get a shot off there, but he ended up just kind of not jumping, running directly into the big rig there, not able to get an effective shot off, just over 2 to play, and looking through it. I mean, this is when we'll see, again, they have, what, a 3-1 lead, but no one really going off in the sliding department. Who is, what, Frog at 23 and 18? Outside of that,
he's slowing
really
down a little bit.
20, 21, 18. Everyone else, though, pretty much even or negative right now.
He goes for it from downtown. Is Frog going to connect? He's going to bounce, and oh, it just goes underneath the portal. But now, can Cloud try and pick it up against the 2-point tie game with 1 minute 46? An amazing individual play right there from Cloud. Can he set up for another 2-point play? That is the question. He's in the enemy spawn. Vitality need to clear him out. Teammates do not have the drone, though. It's going to be this man, Tommy, who's basically said, all right, if you want to try and spawn trap, you can do. And that was an amazing pass. Can he get a 2-point play? He can. Vitality respond. Amazing.
That was a nice little counter score there. That was great, great, great stuff. You know, you saw the individual play from Relapse. They're able to win that gunfight. They're off spawn and gets the 2-pointer in, but answers right back. That is Vitality, and that was just so, so well done.
And you see that the kind of cost-benefit analysis of leaving a player in the opponent's spawn. Yeah, it's great because, you know, if you can get control of the Satellite Drone immediately, you can pass it 2-point play. But Tommy, so heads up, recognizing that was exactly what was happening. He picked up the drone, ran straight down the middle of the map, got a very simple pass off, a 2-point play. Now Vitality.
Because, you know, you sometimes think about the fact when you have you know, that drone carrier, you're kind of in a 3v4, but when they have that player in the spawn, all of a sudden it becomes a 3v3, and you're able to make that push a lot more effectively.
Exactly that. A couple of players do go down. We're currently on board with Chan from Team Relapsed. Satellite Drone in his hand again, just taking his time. There's a couple of players from Vitality he's going to have to potentially try and juke out. He needs a 2-point play. It's the final 30 seconds, maybe. A 1-point play simply will not cut it. He needs to go for the 2. Vitality are dropping around him. He's actually thrown it to an opposing player. Can he get it out of bounds? I think he did. That was a huge clutch up right there from Vitality. Managing to pick up that Satellite Drone and get it out of bounds. It is going to reset in the middle. And this is essentially the last push. 12 seconds left. Misses the beatdown. Vitality with drone control once again. And this should be GG.
Yeah, I think that's going to be all she wrote. That's it. Fantastic stuff there by Vitality, and that was, you know, what you call, if this was a flag game, basically a counter cap is what you saw there.
Exactly that.
They were able to bounce back with that one so quickly, take advantage of the numbers and get through it. It was, what, within about 20 seconds or so of the two-pointer by Relapse, they were able to fire that one through. So incredible stuff. They're going to take this best of 3, 2-0, move on in the open bracket. I'm pumped for you. You know, I know we have a lot of European fans that tune in. Glad you're able to get eyes on here with Vitality as they continue to move through.
Yeah, fantastic performance right there. Coming in from Team Vitality, still yet to drop a map in that open bracket. I think we all kind of expected that, though. You know, some of these top teams, you don't expect them to be dropping those maps against, you know, some of the semi-am teams that are in their open bracket. But again, fantastic performance from Relapse. You got to give them props. That hardpoint game was pretty close, and that uplink game was extremely close. If it wasn't for, as you kind of mentioned, that kind of counter cap that we saw from Team Vitality. 2-point play, and Vitality come out with the win.
I couldn't agree more. Well, we're going to throw it over to the analysis desk. That will be Matthew, Mr. X Morello, and Christopher Puckett.
All right, thank you guys. So while we were watching Vitality up here on the main stage, we got a quick update from Duffman.
Yeah.
Ego the Icon. Moving on.
Yeah, he's trying to upset Envy. I mean, I feel like every tournament that Ego goes to, eventually he matches up with Envy and Icons takes them out.
Causes some problems. Yeah. On the main stage, though, very good game from this Vitality squad. I'm a little bit worried what's going to happen to them once they get into pool play. If they're struggling against Relapse, they're definitely going to struggle with big-name squads. But we also saw flashes of brilliance, which could cause potential damage to any of the teams in our pools.
Right, they had an opportunity to score maybe 2 or 3 more times than that. You know, Tommy missed a shot in the first half. They had like a little alley-oop type play they were trying to set up, couldn't convert. But, you know, good plays out of Relapse as well. I mean, you know, they almost were able to win it right there in the second half. They got that 2-point play to tie it up, but they just left up a counter. You know, they didn't rotate back to their own base.
I think we're going to see Relapse in this championship bracket. You guys, they are not out. They can still go through to the losers bracket directly if they're able to win. I believe it's open losers 6. Yeah. So look for these red jerseys later on in the tournament. Best of luck to them. But Vitality, I think, is the team in the open bracket with the most hype right now. The Frenchman looking so good. Riskin going off, and then Swanee. Swanee is one of the best players I've seen this week, and his shot is just on point.
Yeah, you know, I think Riskin made the play of the game right there when Relapse, they were able to convert that 2-point play to tie it up. Riskin was the one waiting for the satellite drone to spawn up again. He was able to pretty much just run it right in and score another 2 points to counter that Relapse cap. So, Matt, before we go to our next match, we got a little bit of time to fill. I'd love to look at our predictions.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Tuesday.
Oh, man.
Now, in Pool A, everyone said it was going to be Optic Gaming. Team Caliber started off so hot last night. They went up 2-0. We saw them go all the way to Game 5. But Optic Gaming has a lot of room to make up today. The question I have for you is, will TK finish on top of this pool perfect? I know they still have to play a team like Prophecy later on this afternoon.
You know, with the way TK played yesterday, that was great. I mean, in that Optic Gaming match, that really came out and surprised me. You see the predictions right there. We all had Optic Gaming winning that pool. I don't even think I had TK in my top 8 at the end of the weekend, so I was extremely shocked to see how well they came out and played. I think they'll probably win that pool. I think they'd probably sweep it. Esport
is getting spanked right now. They're 0-2. They got a lot of ground to make up, and Prophecy sitting at 1-1 after that loss to Optic Gaming. So a lot still to come in this Pool A. Pool B, Denial living up to the hype. Sorry, that's Pool C. Here in Pool B, Justice living up to their hype, showing that their #2 seed is the real deal. You see, Maven and I, we had faith in them. You guys had faith in Optic Nation. Bad start for Optic Nation yesterday. Do they bring it back today?
Yeah, I think Optic Nation brings it back today. You know, they had a little bit of a rough start against Justice. I mean, Justice looked phenomenal, though. It was something that we were worried about. You know, would their online play carry over to tournament land setting? And it definitely has. The team that I'm most surprised about in this pool is Rise. They're 0-2 right now, losing to Automatic Reload. You know, they're really going to need to, I mean, they're not going to be able to win this pool, but they need to win some games to get that confidence going into champ bracket.
Yeah, Rise is 0-2. They still have 2 more matches. They could finish 2-2 and potentially go for a big tiebreaker. Automatic Reload taking that Game 5 last night was huge for them. I called this pool to be Justice at the top, 3-way tie between Optic Nation, Rise Nation, and Automatic Reload. We'll see if that prediction comes true, but AR surprising a lot of people. I'm glad they're doing what I expected, and that is to pull off a major upset on day one.
Yeah, I mean, no, when we did these predictions, we were all like, Puckett, your predictions are kind of a little bit out there. Yeah, but you know, your predictions right now actually look probably the closest.
I feel on point. Speaking of on point, let's look at FaZe here in Pool C. You guys all had them at the top. I was going Denial, and Matt, actually, you did have Denial officially as your #1 team as well. Yeah, I had Denial as my #1 team in this pool. I actually have FaZe in the finals, but no, last night after watching that game, Denial just looked so strong. No, FaZe, they came out, they won their first match, second match against Denial. It wasn't very close. It was a 4-point game in game one, and I feel like if FaZe won that game one, they have the momentum. Denial, though, with the late comeback, Saints dropping 46, I believe he just went off at the end of that game, really set the tone for the rest of the series. Really excited to see them on top. CLS Esports, the squad that Ben was really excited about, sitting at 0-2. They're the squad I'm looking at to see if they can pull off an upset this morning. And Stunner Gaming, I know you put these guys in your top 8. Are you still confident in a placing there? Yeah, they look pretty good. I mean, if they come out and win the first map against FaZe, they can win that series. I think FaZe is a team right now. You look at them, if they don't win that first map, they're kind of in trouble with confidence and just talking and, you know, keeping their spirits high. That match is going to go down at 4 p.m. Stunner versus FaZe, so look out for this squad. And then in Pool D, everyone said I was crazy. You laughed at me on the bracket show when I said Aware Gaming was going to finish ahead of Envy. They are leading this pool 2-0 after the beating of Envy last night. And really, I think Sender is just making a name for himself amongst all the pros with his play, not only online leading up to this weekend, but the way he's performing here in Columbus. Oh yeah, Aware, I mean, that was a team, I mean, we saw them online, they looked great. We weren't sure how it was going to transfer over to LAN. I mean, players like Happy, we haven't really seen him at all before. I think you said you didn't even know what he looked like, but Envy needs to be very careful. I mean, they almost dropped that game to Strictly Business, went down to that 5th map last round, you know, very close, could have went either way. But team I'm shocked about is Carnage. You know, looked great online, no Hugh, everyone's talking about him. 0-2 yesterday. Yeah, and Strictly Business is the team I didn't give enough credit to. They were big question marks. I know what Fizzerp and Twiz and the guys can do. We've seen it in the past, but just wasn't confident after watching these guys online. On LAN, totally different team to take Envy to Game 5 last round. A true testament to their skill. They're sitting at 1-1. Don't be surprised if Strictly Business heads to the winner's bracket potentially if Envy continues to struggle. No, yeah, that wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, they were pulling out some interesting strategies yesterday on Search and Destroy. I believe at one point Fizzerp had a LMG with cloak and smoke grenades, so he was going to throw his smoke grenades, cloak up, and then get in there with thermal. It was really messing Envy up. Oh, well, guys, before we throw it to commercial break, I do want to show you our top 8 predictions, if possible. I want to see how we stand right now. Of course, Pool, we still have the second half of it to play out, but we had all different predictions in our top 8. I went with Denial, Optic Gaming, Justice as my big 3. You went with Optic Gaming and FaZe in the grand final, with Denial finishing 3rd. And Benson with Envy in that grand final. Matt, do you think Envy can go the distance after a rough Friday? I mean, they're really going to need to come out today and play with some fire. I think today is really what's going to decide for them. They can't go into the loser bracket later in the day after, and I mean, they might even make it out of their pool, so they need to be very careful today. All right, it's going to be an interesting day, to say the least, guys. Once again, we're going to have the open bracket to start off. We have another big matchup here on the main stage. A lot of hype around this squad. Noble Impact failing to qualify for pools, struggling in all of our 2Ks and 5Ks. We'll see if they can get it done and potentially make their way into one of these 4 pools. Yeah, you know, I mean, Noble Impact, one of the teams most people, I mean, know all of this roster. I mean, Killa Miracles, Spacely, and Study. I mean, 4 very talented players, haven't had any success online, not even a little success. I mean, they've been out pretty early in all of the 2Ks, 5Ks, and the 10K, so really looking to see what they're bringing this event. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. More Call of Duty Advanced Warfare live when we return.